Welcome back to Seen It Before. We're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan, and today we're doing The Electric State, the newest Russo Brothers movie, and Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt and Woody Harrelson and Ke Kwan. It's got a whole bunch of people. It's got like just a bunch. And I know we've lied to you in the last few weeks about what we've been watching. So we're sorry. We don't know what the hell we're watching. I see he's giggling over there. Yeah, Mickey 17. Danny, do you want to explain that one away?
Well, as you guys would know, we have a new switcher, and the way everything's hooked up, we had an auto switcher, so it's going back and forth, and we restarted the device, and we recorded everything, but we did not record any audio.
Good conversation, but we had a really good conversation about Mickey 17 that no one is ever going to hear.
Yeah,
but
not even us.
Not even us, but like we'll just give our let's give some quick thoughts on that while we're at it. It's good. It's not great. There you go.
Yep.
That's right. I think I gave it like a 79. You gave it like a 70, something like that.
I guess my main points were just like, there's a lot of subplots that don't really go anywhere. And there's this one really weird scene at the end that...
Yeah, it's like a dream sequence that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, and then it just dragged on and on and on. So,
but altogether, I mean, it's not the worst movie in the world.
No, it's not the worst.
And the reviews on this movie we're reviewing today put it as one of the worst movies ever made. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, The Electric State debuted with like under a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. And again, that's critic reviews. We don't usually side with the critics on our views for the most part. So, like, you know what? Let's give this a chance. I think I'm the one that actually picked this, and I kind of regret it. But it's not the worst. But let's give our compliment sandwiches while we're at it. So. One good thing about this movie, it looks very polished. It's real, like all the robots look really good. Everything looks really good for a Netflix movie that costs $320 million, so it better fucking look good. One bad thing about the movie, there's more than one bad thing about this movie, but the biggest thing is there's no character development. You don't care for a single one of these characters, and that is the biggest thing with this movie. I mean, I wanted to care for them. It just felt like I was a robot watching this movie. Like AI kind of wrote this movie. It felt that way to me, at least. And another good thing. Let's see. Oh, Anthony Mackie. I liked his character a lot. He's like this Russian nesting doll type robot, and he was pretty funny, I guess.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to have to disagree with you a little there. I think there's... quite a bit of character development, or at least kind of like exploration a little bit, but maybe like character dynamics. I really appreciated the dynamics between Millie Bobby Brown and her brother, and what's his name, Keats, and his robot. I didn't like that it was like it kind of didn't really want to know what it was going for. It's very like cookie cutter. And you can definitely see the influences, but not really mixed together as well as you would want. But at the same time, though, I think it's still serviceable. I think it at least does something with its massive budget, if any,
Yeah. All right. So let's dive into this now. Starting at the beginning, they had this really cool intro, and the way they introduced this alternate reality 1990s. And like they kind of mixed in like old footage, and then I don't know, they just did it in a very interesting way. How did they introduce like Mr. Peanut and all that stuff?
The deep faked Clinton.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. I watched this with my family, by the way, so like we were all just experiencing it together, and it's fine. Yeah, then we get to Millie Bobby Brown's character, and actually, no, it starts with her and her brother, right? Like the whole movie starts with like a...
Yeah, they have like a little like kind of... they establish their relationship. He's a super smart genius kid. He's going to college. She's kind of a burnout. At the age of
12.
Yeah, it's like... whatever,
Yeah.
It's like right off the bat, it's like it's asking you suspend your disbelief because we're going to get like talking, feeling robots very soon. Then... Yeah, basically then like there's like a general distrust of robots there because he bumps into like a soldier or whatever. He's like, watch it, kid. You wearing a robot on your shirt. And like, yeah, so there's like a fear of AI or something, which is definitely understandable. Then we get to the point where like there's an all-out robot war, or there's a rebellion. With Mr. led by Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, that was that was fine. And then they all get segregated into like this place in New Mexico. It's like however many square feet. Like they said the number, I didn't care.
And this is where like I had to just suspend my disbelief, like just for plot purposes. Because why not just deactivate everybody? Why not just deactivate? You know, like they're all robots. You can shut them down.
Very true. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah. Anyway,
it's like you're already like they're POWs.
True.
Like,
yeah.
Why keep them around? Like
not wrong at all. Then we cut back to Millie Bobby Brown's like a foster kid. This is like 4 years later, I believe it was.
Yeah, and then you know the exposition. Oh, my family died in a car crash.
Yeah, that was really quick, and I missed it. I missed the whole part of that. I was like, what happened? Like I left the room to I think make a drink or something, and I came back. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, everything's
I see George Costanza, and I'm just like, what is going on? It was real weird. But
yeah, so the main commentary they're kind of going for, and this is where I got definitely like the Wall-E influences here, where they're like, oh, you know, everybody, or in Surrogates, that Bruce Willis movie from a while ago, they have these
T2.
Oh yeah,
there's so many influences in this movie.
They have these like VR headsets basically.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly. And then that they decide to live their brains. Their brains are in the virtual world. Their bodies are in these robots that are doing all their household tasks and stuff. And it's very depressing for humanity. And it's even kind of related to his drugs at a certain point. And this is where I liked what they were going for.
I did too.
You know, it's like
I really did.
To me it felt like a post-COVID type message.
Yes.
Like we were all trapped inside of our houses doing this with this new technology and Zoom.
Just on our phones or watching TVs, playing video games, just completely, I guess, even erased from existence in a way. Like we're just kind of vibing. I mean, we lived together throughout all of COVID. So I mean like.
But like by the end of it, my brain was fried.
Yeah.
It's still fried. I'm on TikTok all the time.
Yeah, well, you're a lost cause, but no, I liked it. I liked that whole first act. It was really well done. Then once we get into like when she meets Keats and when Giancarlo Esposito is just playing another Giancarlo Esposito character, I'm just like,
yeah. At this point, it's getting a little like I thought he had more in him. It's kind of like, it's like Bryan Cranston. It's like where
this is what I mean. There's no character development. It's all things we've seen before. It's all just like, why should I care?
Yeah, it's very run of the mill. Mm-hmm. I like the Spielberg like type of feel to it, but maybe that's just because it's Ready Player One, basically. But yeah, it's like
it's nostalgia.
It does not justify its budget at all. Like if you're gonna make a $350 million movie, it should be the next big thing, and it's just everything that you've already seen.
And you should have it on a big screen.
That
is the thing. This would have been a really cool movie to see actually in a theater because like it looked that good. Mm-hmm. Like it should have. And here's the thing with Netflix. I was just listening to this, I believe, on Mr. Sunday Movies, the podcast, and they said Netflix, you have to pay all the money up front to these actors. You don't get to defer any of it like you do with like regular movies. So like Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt probably getting like $20 million each. The directors, the Russo Brothers, are getting like 50 probably. It's ridiculous. So like,
I don't understand why Netflix would make this deal because they don't.
They're desperate and
they don't make any money.
They want the big nostalgia family adventure movie. I think that's the big thing. They wanted to have something that they could call their own, and they get the Avengers directors to do it. I think that was them. And they get their star, Millie Bobby Brown, to be the star. Like, damn. I get it. It sounds great on paper, but you got to come through.
Well, so the reason I wasn't really interested in this movie from the outset, because you had to kind of get me into it, I think I actually kind of like it more than you, which is funny.
You do. We haven't even talked about this at all, by the way. We have not talked about this movie at all since we've last seen each other.
Yeah.
So...
But like, yeah, so I basically just watched it for the podcast, and I wasn't interested at all in the premise. Like, okay, it's like the creator, but
I love
like
the creator.
cartoony.
I liked that movie a lot.
I didn't like that one.
Interesting.
I just thought it was just. It's like it's an AI. Like there's this one AI that is the key to both. You know what I mean? And that's why in this movie I really liked the kind of moral dilemma once you get to the end of it, where Millie Bobby Brown just. I knew I definitely predicted the whole movie when like her brother robot shows up. I'm like, oh okay, it's
Bumblebee.
It's exactly. It's the there's so many just like
it's
we've
nostalgia.
seen this before.
It's nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. And they do a good job at it. It's just like, why should I care? That's what it all comes down to. There's no defining moment in this movie that makes me care about the human characters. I liked the robot characters more, I think. Like, not necessarily Mr. Peanut. Woody Harrelson as Mr. Peanut, that was weird. But he was cool. But I liked Anthony Mackie. I liked the baseball guy, Brian Cox's character. He was just like shooting the baseballs out or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying like, if we won, somebody always loses. Like
it was him saying cheesy as fuck, but I liked it.
That's when I kind of tuned out.
I know. See, because
I'm just like, we're in the low moment. We're fighting the big battle now. Yeah, everyone's on the sides.
Mm-hmm. And here's the other thing. They try to do a lot of Avengers level humor, like the Avengers cutaway humor shit. They try to do that in this movie, and I didn't laugh a single time. It just didn't hit.
Yeah, there's something I'm noticing about Chris Pratt. He, in roles that aren't specifically Guardians, he's not really trying to be the goofy, fun guy, which I thought he would be ironically typecast into.
I think he phoned this one in.
Well, yeah, I think they all did.
I think most of them did. Millie Bobby Brown at least had some more like dramatic moments, I would say. Mm-hmm. But no, I most of that cast. No, Stanley Tucci. I liked his character. He was actually pretty decent as a villain. He was a run-of-the-mill villain for sure. But like, he's Stanley Tucci.
He's just rich guy who thinks he's O'Hare from the Lorax. He's just selling air.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just there's something about his character. I hated him, but I liked him more than most of the characters.
They had one really important scene with his mom, like where he's like, "Oh, I really missed you, Mom." But then they don't go anywhere with it. But at least there's a little tiny bit of like characterization.
There's so many things they could have expanded upon in this movie. Like, sure, it was a nice, crisp, under 2-hour movies without the credits, which is what I think they wanted.
I'm happy about that, because if you're not going to give me anything revolutionary.
But the problem is, I don't want this movie to get a sequel. And it seems like it's going to, because it's based off a book. And I think there's like a couple of books in that series.
Okay, but that's the thing. Can we just get a movie that's a standalone movie that's based on nothing else?
Well, I think that's what they wanted to do in the first place with this, but I feel like this one's gonna.
And I just found this out. One of my more favorite shows in the past like year or two is Silo. Found out that's based on a book too.
Giancarlo Esposito confronts them all in this underground lair, and they had this whole exposition of like, oh, you can't go into the robot land. It's bad. You're gonna die. There's no danger there whatsoever. It seems like there's literally no danger there. And I'm just like, ugh.
And I think that's like where they're trying to say, oh, there's a little bit of human propaganda, like the robot. They're trying to other the robots.
That's a good point.
But it's not really driven home. It's just like my problem with Mickey 17. There's a lot of stuff, and it doesn't want to connect, like with the red button and the mom. Like it's there, but it's not.
Very true. And then they go on, they find this abandoned mall, and that's where all these robots are hiding out.
Although the one joke that did get me was with hair.
Oh, there's one of them too that Chris Pratt said. One of the lines said, "I don't want to die by whatever the song was singing." That was hilarious, but I forget what it was. I don't want to die listening to whatever it was. Yeah, so like after the mall, they find out they had to go to this other place that's in this robot area to find Ke Kwan's character, the doctor. So
with glasses.
That was so stupid.
Can he not like just can he just like type or like write or something and just type in the name of the guy?
I don't know. But anyway,
it seemed very like, I get where you're going for. You're going for, oh, you can only say like catchphrases from the character, but like I could find if I was in that situation, I would find so many different ways to explain exactly what I'm trying to say.
Because even Bumblebee can do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's Bumblebee with the fucking the radio.
Yep.
My God.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, this movie's just nostalgia bait for nostalgia bait's sake. Anyway, yeah, so they find him, they get Scooby-Doo at the front door, Scooby-Doo 2. Remember when they fall underneath the porch or whatever? They literally get that done to them. Anyway, so Ke Quan created a robot of himself to remember like 100 or however many different phrases to explain his whole rationale. I don't know, because he gets killed off. So I knew that was going to happen as soon as he had a robot. I'm like, all right, he's dying. And yeah, so they find out they have to go to Seattle to their brother's alive in Seattle and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Then all the robots are like, we're going to help. After we all got attacked by these robots, it's like, okay, sure. They all get in these trucks. Are the robots driving the trucks?
Are the trucks robots? Is it like a Cars thing? Yeah, that's another one.
I don't think it's Cars. I don't think that's a thing, but that would be hilarious.
Well, we already saw the Russian nesting doll thing with what's his fucking name?
Yeah, it was Anthony Mackie's character, but I love that character. That character was actually good. And you couldn't tell it was Anthony Mackie because they pitched his voice up so high.
Well, in Alan Tudyk is
yeah, he's the
other
yeah,
one.
He's the main robot. Yeah, the kid robot. And it's like, well, that's typical Alan Tudyk, first of all. So like, he does all that shit.
He likes doing robots.
He does. So yeah,
it's just Peter now.
And then. Yeah, so we get to Seattle and they had to shut down everything, but they found out the boy is linked to every single one of these devices. I was like, okay, his mind is like the key to making all these visors work. What?
I don't even know.
Yeah, suspend your belief, sure, but to a point, man. Like, what?
Yeah, even in the context of what they're doing, because they said like the frame or the bit rate is dropping like a rock. Like, that's internet.
What does that mean?
His brain isn't internet.
Like,
what are we doing here?
I don't understand, man. I just don't understand.
The transfer rate isn't like what are we
talking? Is this in the novel too? Like, I don't understand.
Like, it would be one thing if like, yeah, it's like his body, his brain isn't, it's not a supercomputer. They didn't even establish that. They just said he was really good at taking tests and going to college at a young age. Like, there's gifted kids out in the world right now. They're not going to be running all of, you know how many millions of those headsets are out there? Like, I think this could have been cooler as like a limited series even. Like, they didn't need to do like a whole movie. Like, because that's the thing. I don't want to see more of this though.
I know. And I think that's why they cut it to like this 2-hour movie. But like, I just want to understand what's going on. And I just don't with half of this movie. And like,
yeah, I don't care about the plot really like at all. I care about the brother-sister relationship. Like, that's like obviously the core of it. That's what I care about. And I think Millie Bobby Brown, obviously, she fucking nailed it.
She did good, yeah. We end up with a big battle in a field, just like every other Russo Brothers movies. It's like Avengers Infinity War, just like Endgame, just like...
Yeah, because how else would you do a third act in a movie?
You can do anything else. Anything. It's not like it's a problem. It worked. It looked good. Thank God it looked good, because that is the saving grace of this movie.
I could think of all the beats. Chris Pratt is, saying his truth to, how he truly felt about his robot friend when he thinks he's dead. Oh no, he's gonna come out like a second later. He's like, oh, you were like being a bitch. Haha, men can't cry. And then they got rid of she sacrificed her brother, which is like a really hard thing to do because she just gets him back. And like, we've seen that. I get it. She did it well, and it was written well as she probably it could have been.
Yes, agreed.
I guess that's, and we keep saying it, but just the whole complaint is just, it's been done before. It's not original. It's not an original remix like how Tarantino does it. It's just a bunch of things that we've seen.
It doesn't bring anything new to the genre.
Yeah, it's just that. It's just this again. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's insultingly bad. Like, no, it doesn't deserve. I don't think 11%. Like, that's crazy.
No, and I think audiences are giving it in like the 70s, and like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's where I'm at.
That's fair. but like, is it probably going to warrant a sequel? I don't think it warrants a sequel, but Netflix, it's probably going to get a sequel.
Wasn't there stock like in the toilet like
Probably
a year ago or something?
I mean, I don't know.
How do they have money still?
Not after this movie.
I don't have a Netflix subscription anymore. I don't do any of that. I buy all my Blu-rays and I rip them, and that's I'm happy with that.
I only have Netflix now because I live with my parents again. So
there you go. It's like,
but because I don't own that on my own. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
No.
Not doing that
But yeah, so again, there's nothing wrong with this movie. I think a lot of kids, like early teens, like they'll enjoy this movie. They have characters that they'll like, but like for people like us, like we've seen it before. So like, it's fine. Yeah. I'm going to give this movie a 59. It's just not great to me. I've seen it all before and just, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 65. I think it's like, it does the thing.
Not necessarily well, but it does a few things well, but not a lot.
Yeah, it's 65. I think that's fair. Yeah. You know, Anthony and Joe Russo, you guys
making me worried for Avengers movies coming up. I
guess stick to the Avengers movies because that's all you guys.
They're good at adapting those,
and maybe go back to TV. Go back to doing Community episodes or something.
Yeah, it's weird because
do the Community movie. How about that?
Maybe, but. No, they're working on it. But no, I think it's like the stuff they've done that since Endgame's like what Cherry, that was not good. Yeah, since Endgame they've directed.
Did they do that? Did they do that Daisy Ridley Tom Holland movie?
I don't know if they did that, but no, the Gray Man they did that as well.
Oh, okay. See, Gray Man, good concept, but then again. They just kind of boiled it down to standard Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I think, I don't know, I hate to say it. I think they've kind of become, they've established a generic Hollywood style that they can't break out of.
Yeah, and looking at things they have coming up, obviously Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then there's a Gray Man sequel and something called Ballad of the Whiskey Robber, which is a comedy. So that's something. But it seems like they're just, They have a genre. They're sticking with it. Good for them. Stick to their guns. Stick to what they know. Please don't ruin Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Well, okay. Me and Logan were talking about this, and we thought it was stupid that they're going from, I think it's literally Fantastic Four, where they're not even introducing Doom in it, and then they're going to Avengers Doomsday.
Unless. I think.
But you see Galactus. I think we're going to introduce Galactus and Doom in the same movie.
Post-credit scene. I think we're going to post. I think we're going to post-credit.
But it's like it's the DC issue where like you did Man of Steel, and then 3 years later, let's do Batman v Superman. Why?
Understandable. Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Tried to rush things, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. Well, we're wrapping this one up. Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
Yeah. Anyway, next time, what do we got? We got Mission Impossible Fallout. That is our next movie. The best Mission Impossible that we both agree on.
And spoiler alert, it's already, it's already number one.
That's the episode. Yeah.
That's it.
No. Anyway, but yeah, we're Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle @SeenItBeforecast. That's SCENE, It Beforecast. And I'm Dan. You can find me on Letterboxd with the handle DonutMan96.
I'm Danny. You can find me at Instagram at Danny_Wasp, my Letterboxd is serialized at DJ Wasp, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Wasp.
You just like glitched out like a robot there.
Aha! It's poignant. It's on brand.
You're a robot. I'm just good now. I'm just good. All right. We'll see you next time.